Welcome to session 5 of our 7-day self-care challenge. Please make sure that you've already completed the previous sessions before moving on to this one. Today we're going to practice mindful eating. Mindful eating is an awareness practice where we focus our attention on the sensory experience of eating and also begin to gain some insight into our relationship to food, how food and emotional eating may be caused by stress. And we also learn ways that food can connect us to other beings. Our relationship with food is ultimately at the core of our health and well-being. You'll need to have some food items available so that we can practice together today. Today I'm here in my kitchen and I have a few items on a plate. I have a small piece of dark chocolate, a tiny marshmallow, it's a dark chocolate, and a nice plump juicy grape. We usually do this practice with raisins or Hershey's Kisses or gummy bears. So just find whatever is available in your environment, if you're at home in your kitchen today, and just pick 2 or 3 items, preferably items that are considered finger food that you can experiment with today. If you need to pause the video to get ready, go ahead and do so and then resume whenever you're ready. Now we're ready to begin. I invite you to practice mindful eating either standing or in a seated posture. Make sure that you have your items on a plate that's right in front of you so you can have it close enough to reach for it and to do the practice as intended. So go ahead and begin by feeling the sensation in your feet, bringing attention into your body, starting by grounding our awareness in the present moment. Feeling your feet, feeling your body, taking a few deep breaths, and just allowing whatever was on your mind before this moment to slowly fade into the background of your awareness. Bringing your mind into the present by anchoring your attention either in your feet or on your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Just adopting an attitude of curiosity today, thinking like a scientist, exploring, not looking for any result or not judging the experience in any way. And if at any point your mind's attention goes elsewhere, using this anchor of your breath or the sensation of your feet to bring your attention back to the present moment. And now I invite you, if your eyes were closed, to open them and to just gaze at the objects, the food items on your plate. So just looking at the color, the shape, looking at the surface, the dimensions, the way the light reflects off of these objects. You might choose to pick one of them up. So just choosing the one that is calling you the most. So just picking that particular item up and just looking at it at eye level. So gazing, maybe turning it between your fingers to notice the sensation you feel. Noticing if it's rough or smooth or soft, hard. Just paying attention to the texture, to the surface of it, looking at the different colors and shades and the way the light reflects off of it. And now continuing to explore this food item, being curious like a scientist, and placing it close to one ear, moving it around between your fingers, maybe squeezing it a little bit. This is a hard object, maybe there is no sound, or maybe there is. So I'm just moving it around and seeing if you can hear any sounds. And continuing to explore, bringing it up to the nostrils and taking a whiff. Noticing what you smell, what smells are here. And then if you like to, just noticing how as you smell, there's saliva in the mouth. If you'd like to, you can gently touch your lower lip with the object, with the food item, and then your upper lip. Just noticing the texture and the sensation is of even temperature, or the roughness or smoothness of the surface of the object. And if you'd like to keep going, again, being fully present, choosing to place the object in your mouth. So the food item is in the mouth, just let it roll around. Feel the texture of it, and if you'd like to, you can bite into it, taking one bite. And then slowly chewing. Hearing the sound of the chewing, noticing all of the flavors in the mouth as you chew the object or the food item, tasting the range of flavors, noticing if there's how much moisture is in there. And as you continue to chew slowly, allowing all of those tiny pieces to go down your throat and into your stomach, noticing the sensation as that happens. Now bringing your attention to the sensations in your mouth and just become aware of any residual flavor, tiny food particles that might still be in there. Again, just being curious and non-judgmental about whatever is here. You might notice that the mind's attention wanders, just bringing your attention back. Noticing the taste, noticing the sensation of the food now in your belly. How are your cells receiving this piece of food? And if you chose not to put the food item in your mouth, just continuing to explore it with your eyes and your ears and your sense of smell. And just taking a moment to experience how the body has received this food item that you just ate. And now beginning to bring your attention to your breath once more, feeling your feet, closing this practice of mindful eating. And as you become aware of your breath, perhaps allowing an awareness of the food item that you chose, an awareness of all of the processes and people that were responsible for bringing that food item onto your plate. In my case, it was a nice, juicy, plump grape. Just thinking about the farmers and the production and supply chain, grocery store, people that wash the grapes or package them, the cashier in the store that placed them in a bag so we could bring them home. All of these people and places. And so perhaps feeling a sense of connection, that whole chain of people and processes that brought this food item onto my plate today. Now, whenever you're ready, slowly beginning to transition out of the practice. If your eyes were closed, allowing them to open at your own pace, wiggling your fingers and your toes. And now taking a moment to think about, what did you notice? What sensations were you aware of? What sensory experiences did you observe? Noticing perhaps what thinking was taking place. Maybe there was some emotions around whether you liked something or didn't like something that was on your plate. What else came up around eating so slowly, or perhaps realizing how connected we are just through food to other people on the planet? So whatever came up for you, taking a moment here to write down something that came up that might be important or that you might want to remember later. And then my invitation to you is to try to eat one meal mindfully every day. And the way that we can do this is by minimizing distractions, putting away the phone, eating with full attention to the sensory experience as we eat our food, slowing down a little bit, perhaps not as slowly as today, but perhaps starting by putting your fork down between bites, or chewing slowly, or eating one item of food on your plate at a time. And as you engage in mindful eating, noticing what kind of food choices we make when we're paying full attention to our food. What kind of food portions? How are we engaging with moderation? How full do we feel at the end of a meal? What adjustments can we make? So I hope that you continue to practice mindful eating. And I hope you enjoyed our session today. I look forward to seeing you the next time. Our next session will be focusing on working with difficult emotions using the RAIN practice. Until then, be safe and be well.